Alright, we are live for the Showboats and the Gamblers. The game is currently delayed. So I'm on really late, but apparently that doesn't really matter at the moment because it's been delayed. The broadcast says due to technical difficulties. The USFL released a statement on Twitter saying it's expected to start at 2. I assume they mean Central Time, because right now it is 2:30 Eastern Time, which doesn't really make sense. Also, I got a light, so it should make... Actually, no, let me just fix this real quick. But it should make me a bit brighter, and the light more clearly throughout, so it's not... It's still a bit darker over here than over here, but I think that's just because there's a window right over there, and it's... I mean, I could just put something to block that, but that's the reason why it's a little bit off now. Alright, let me get this scoreboard correct. So just give me a second, then I'll pull up the comments. Give me 1 second. Okay. So this is all correct. This has to get a little darker, so it's more readable. That doesn't even look good. Alright. Let me pull up the comments. So, I know what you guys are saying, and welcome to the stream, everybody. The game is currently experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by, it says. Alright, so let me pull up the comments here. They're currently showing a replay of last week's Gamblers Showboats game. I still have no idea how the Maulers come out 1 week and put a 0 up on the scoreboard. And then last night they come up and put 31, yet the one game they actually can put up 31 points, their defense gives up 37. The Maulers, they have to be one of the most confusing teams in the USFL. Let me put delayed quarter 1. That doesn't seem right. D-E-L-A. How do you spell delayed? I can't even know now. The Showboats doesn't blend well. Yeah, I gotta... Thanks for the input. I'm gonna fix it. I just want to get this right. Alright, let me fix this real quick. That's still not great. Let me see. I could put him in like a blue. Like a dark blue is what I could do. Yeah, it's delayed for some reason. Not really sure why. It says experiencing technical difficulties on the broadcast. And then the USFL said it's delayed, just no reason, and kickoff's expected at 2 o'clock, which doesn't really make sense considering they're... Oh, got an update. The Showboats Gamblers game is expected to begin at 2 p.m. Central Time, so that's in about 20 minutes. What was I gonna do? Yeah, I think they're just experiencing technical difficulties. Not really sure how or what. Give me 1 second to get this color of the... Actually, let me put a poll out first, and then I'll get the Showboats color correct. Have I tried to start using logos instead of typing the team names? I have not tried that yet. I'm definitely gonna do that in the future. But another thing, I thought about is the logos could be copyrighted. I'm not completely sure. And I don't want to get any... I'm not completely sure. So, I'm just going to stick to this for now. Once I find out more or anything like that, I will definitely switch. Right, I was checking my other stream that had the showboats. So give me 1 second to pull this one up and figure out the color I'm going to get the showboats. Here we go. Give me 1 minute. Also, YouTube's been acting really weird for me lately. I don't completely know why. Like, I'll just be in the middle of watching a video, and then it'll just start buffering for some random reason. Or like here, I'm trying to get this to play. And it just keeps loading, and it takes forever. Nothing else really bothers it like that. It's just really playing. I don't really know. It's confusing. So, and then I get an alert on my browser that says page unresponsive. Okay, so showboats. Alright, give me 1 second. Gotta get this a bit darker. Not quite. Oh, and I've reconnected. Okay, hopefully this is not going to be one of those streams where I disconnect and reconnect every 10 seconds. I'm going to put the showboats in blue instead. There we go, that's much better. No, I can't change my background because it's not like a green screen like that. It's like a physical background, so it's just like that. So I can't change that. But I got it. The blue looks much better. Okay, so I think I figured out why it's delayed. It seems as if there's a power outage in the Memphis area nearby the stadium, so that's why it's delayed. Thought it was a green screen, yeah. No, I just have to, like, physically change my background, like, take this down and put a different one up every time. It can get a little annoying, but I mean, I thought about getting a green screen, didn't, but maybe sometime in the future I'll change it, not really sure. Let me see if there's anything, if there actually is a power outage. All the USFL has put out is it's delayed. Let me see if there's anything new. Let me see if there's anything else. I'm checking. Alright, nothing really. I think it's just a power outage. The Showboat's blue looks much better than the yellow. Yeah, it does. That's why I changed it. It looks a lot better. In fact, I might just do that from now on. Also, let me pull up the inactives for each team. So we've got about 13 minutes, about. Okay. Gamblers inactives for today. I mean, you can know the inactives early because they announce them before the game starts. But Gamblers inactive, like they actually announce them like a day before. Gamblers inactives, quarterback Montel Cozart. He's been their third quarterback who's been inactive most of the season. Now, what the USFL does have is they have it where you can have quarterbacks inactive, like Montel Cozart, for example, right here. Yet they'll still be dressed. So teams will dress 3 quarterbacks to prevent what happened in the NFC Championship game with the 49ers, where they lose 2 quarterbacks due to injury and then have no third quarterback. But other inactives, quarterback Malcolm Washington, tight end Brandon Barnes, wide receiver Tyler Palka, linebacker Marcel Spears, running back Aaron Shamklin, inside linebacker Guy Thomas, tackle Jared Joseph, defensive tackle Julian McLeod, and defensive end Eli Howard. Showboats inactives, give me 1 second. Showboats inactives, quarterback Ryan Willis, running back Urza Gray, wide receiver DJ Myers, what's the DS? Defensive specialist, maybe? I would assume defensive specialist. Yeah, that's what it seems. Alright, defensive specialist Lamont McFadder. Cornerback Jermaine Kelly. Cornerback Nehemiah Shelton. Linebacker Nate Hall. Defensive tackle Frank Huron. Tackle Dardo Lee. And offensive guard Tyron Hunt. We got another update from the USFL. We've now got kickoff expected 1:51 Central Time, which is in 2 minutes. So, I guess I should switch back to the broadcast. You can understand using the colors of the team, but black would be your choice. Okay, yeah, I can definitely understand that. But I just prefer to give it a little bit more. I don't know what the right word is, but I can understand what you're saying about that. I just do the colors. I think it makes the scoreboard a bit more exciting. But I understand where you're coming from there. So kickoff is going to be in about a minute. Yes, but it spices it up a little bit. Okay, here we are. The game now set to begin. Both these teams very even, been very surprising so far this season. The Showboats are 3-3. The Gamblers are 4-2. Gamblers have been winning 4 straight. In fact, these teams have combined to win 7 straight. After they each started off the season winless, the Gamblers have won 4 straight. The Showboats have won 3 straight. And now another interesting thing. Let me just make this say Q1 so it's not delayed, because it's not anymore. But another interesting thing is both these teams technically play at this hub in Memphis. So, I mean, technically it is the Showboats home stadium because they're the Memphis Showboats, but the USFL has 2 teams per home stadium, hub city, and in Memphis it is the Showboats and the Gamblers. So, both these teams are technically home here, but it's definitely the Showboats who are the home team. Okay, but kicker Nick Vogel for the Gamblers has it teed up, and the Showboats will get the ball first. Derek Dillon back deep to receive the kick for the Showboats. He tied a pro football record with a 109-yard kick six last week. So definitely dangerous back there as a return man for the Showboats. And it froze. Alright, Dillon on the return across the 20-yard line to the 31. And that is where the Showboats will take over for the first possession of the game after it got delayed due to what is being reported as a power outage. So Cole Kelly, since week 3, he is tied for first with quarterback wins in 3, second in passing yards with 817, and second in total touchdowns with 6. He became the starter in week 3, and those numbers are his numbers as a starter. He is also huge. It's like 6'7", 250 pounds. Here's Kelly off play action. He looks to throw. He's going to go deep right away, down the sideline. That is... Oh, it's intercepted on the first play. Running it back across midfield to the 40. He's got some blockers in front, and he's taken down at the 31-yard line. Intercepted on the first play of the game by 22 of the Gamblers defense. That is Manny Bunch. He's a safety from Tulsa. And this thing froze again. If the Breakers don't win the championship, you'll take the Gamblers as their family or Roughnecks. Yeah, the Breakers, they're exactly like your Roughnecks. They've now lost 3 straight after a 4-0 start. Seems very familiar. Kelly was looking for 18 down the sideline. That is, who's number 18? Ryan McDaniel. Looking for him down the sideline. Alright, Gamblers football here, 1 play, and they've got the ball. Bahar looks to throw. Quick throw that is going to be caught for a gain of 6 by their tight end, number 85. That is Josh Pedersen. Second and 3 here. The first give to Mark Thompson on the day. And he's going to gain 4 and a first down. Mark Thompson's been so good for the Gamblers so far this season. Missed the first 2 games due to an illness. But since he's come back, I think he's first in the USFL in rushing yards in that period. And definitely first in touchdowns. He's got about 9 touchdowns in 4 weeks, I think. And he has been a big reason of why the Gamblers have been able to get win 4 straight. Has been his ability to run the football. If you don't say that. Alright, I'll go back to that in a second. Here's Thompson again. He runs into a wall this time. Second effort is going to get him a yard. You're a jinx. If you want a team to not win the championship, just to let you know. Don't say that. I doubt that's true. You're a Patriots fan. Look how many Super Bowls they've won. So that's not true. Second and 9 here. Bahar under center. And they'll go to Thompson for the 3rd straight play. Thompson is going to gain 3 here. So containing Mark Thompson is definitely a key to any team wanting to slow down the Gamblers. And now, really no team has really been able to do that so far. Let me check the official numbers for Thompson. But he leads the USFL with 9 rushing touchdowns, is 3rd in the USFL with 374 rushing yards, and leads the USFL in rushing yards a game with 93.5. Bahar looks to throw. We got a flag that's thrown. Bahar is pressured. He's going to step up in the pocket, shovel this one forward to Thompson. He's got a first down inside the 10, and he's taken down at the 7. I think this might come back due to a flag. But, and in terms of... No, they actually had a free play there. Penalty declined, instead of giving him a first and goal inside the 10 at the 7. But, what I was saying with Thompson is he averages 5.2 yards a carry as well. And of running backs, that is third in the USFL behind Trey Williams, who averages 6.2 yards a carry, and Darius Victor, who averages 6 yards a carry. Here they go to Thompson again. Running left, Thompson breaks the tackle and is down to the 3-yard line. Your Patriots won't be winning another anytime soon. That was 100% Tom Brady. Definitely agreed. That was definitely Tom Brady. Second goal here for the Gamblers from the 4. Another give to Thompson. This time he is going to break a tackle, and Thompson is tripped up. Looks like he's going to be a yard short of the goal line. The spot comes in a yard short, and yes, that is the correct spot. Thompson is about a yard short of the goal line. So it'll be third and goal from the 1 here for the Gamblers. It's about 10:50 to go in the opening quarter. Give to Thompson. He is met in the backfield, 4 yards back for a loss. The Showboats knew exactly what was coming on that one. And now it is 4th and goal from the 4. And the Showboats defense with a good stand at the goal line forces a field goal attempt from Nick Vogel and the Gamblers, who had a great game kicking-wise last week when he was, I believe, 3 for 3 on field goals. I think he's been very good so far this season. So a 23-yard attempt from Vogel. His kick is up and good, and it is now a 3-0 Gamblers lead as they capitalize off the early Cole Kelly turnover. Oh, never mind. Before the kick, there was a timeout called for by the Showboats. First, either team has spent and stops the clock with 10:06 to go. People want to give credit to Belichick, not you. Belichick has been trashed without Tom Brady. That includes his time with the Browns and Patriots. Understood, but now necessarily, I definitely think some credit should be given to him, because look at what he did with Mac Jones as a rookie. I mean, yeah, he could have just been really good, but I mean, the Patriots aren't that good without Bill Belichick as their head coach. So Vogel, he's 5 for 8 on the season. This time, his kick is same thing, up and good. And it is a 3-0 game. And the Gamblers capitalize off of the early turnover and take the lead 3-0. So the Showboats, they will get the football back. They currently trail 3-0 after Cole Kelly turns it over on the game's first play from scrimmage. Give me 1 second just to check something extremely quickly. Also, make sure to vote in the poll if you guys haven't already. So far, everyone has said the Gamblers will win. Excuse me. And I also put a poll out in the community tab of my channel. You guys can make sure to frequently check for polls, updates, anything you guys should know, anything like that. And I said, who do you think will win this USFL game? And it was pretty close. 52% of you guys said the Gamblers, 48% said the Showboats. Overall, he has a losing record without Tom Brady, okay? I did not know that, but I mean, sounds believable. But I mean, it also is Tom Brady's the greatest player to ever play football. Alright, so the Showboats, they will get the football back here and look to not turn it over on their first play. Vogel's got it teed up and is set to kick it away from the 20, as that is where the USFL is to kickoffs because they like a lot of kickoff returns, and they average starting at like the 31. Here's Dylan on the return from the 5. Dylan weaves his way through. He's got plenty of space ahead. Derek Dillon up to midfield on the kick return before he's taken down by kicker Nick Vogel, and a great return there from Derek Dillon. It's been a dangerous return man for the Showboats. Obviously had the 109-yard kick 6 a week ago. So the Showboats offense back onto the field. I'll get to your comment in a second. So from exactly midfield, Kelly in shotgun. Here is the give to Juwan Washington. Gonna bounce this to the outside, and Washington dragged down after a gain of 3. Thoughts on Tom Brady possibly being a minority owner of the Raiders? I haven't really heard a ton about it. Like I've heard some about it, but it's interesting. I mean, doesn't he own something in Vegas, or am I thinking of someone else? But it's definitely interesting. I'll get back to that in a second. Kelly looks to throw here. It's going to dump this off to Washington out of the backfield. Washington is going to get taken down a yard short of the first down. That'll bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Showboats. WNBA team in Vegas. Yeah, that's what I thought. Which, I mean, makes sense why why he'd want the Raiders as well, to keep it in the same area. Oh, they got a free play right here. We'll actually play blown dead. And that's going to be offsides. And that should give the Showboats a fresh set of downs, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so offsides, that'll give them a fresh set of downs. First penalty of the day. But, going back to the Tom Brady thing, it's definitely interesting because he already owns part owns a WNBA team in Vegas, Las Vegas Aces or something like that. Yeah, I really have no idea. Don't pay attention to WNBA. But, it makes sense why I'd want another team, or part of another team in the same location. And it's also just ironic that Jimmy Garoppolo happens to be their quarterback. Here is Washington, and he is going to gain 3 on the first down run. But Garoppolo sat behind Brady in New England, obviously, before he went to San Francisco. And now Tom Brady might be a minority owner of his current team. Is definitely interesting. Oh, Washington was not the back right there. Number 8 is Washington. Juwan Washington. Number 9. Who that just was. I'll get back to that in a second. Screen blown up behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. 81 caught the screen. That is Cheyenne O'Grady, a tight end from Arkansas. Number 9, who is just getting the carries, that is Carrieth White. He's a running back from Florida Atlantic. So sorry I had that messed up. This thing froze again, so let me unfreeze it. Alright, we got a 3rd and about 7 here for the Showboats. Kelly looks to throw. He's pressured, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to find his tight end number 80 for a catch, and forward progress will get him a 1st down. 80 for the Showboats right there is Daniel Helm. Now, I know the Showboats had Alex Collins, who's a former NFL running back. I don't know what happened to him, because I haven't seen him yet today. Here is the reverse to Derek Dillon. He's got some blockers in front. Dillon picks up a 1st down and gains 10, maybe 11 on the play. And there's another way they use Derek Dillon and his speed. But, I was just about to figure out what happened to Alex Collins. Get your comments and stuff like that in a second. Here's the gift to White up the middle. He's going to gain 3. And that will bring up a 2nd and 7 at the 10. I heard that if he does buy into them and wants to play quarterback, all 32 owners would have to vote in favor of him. Not much of a democracy, if you ask me. I've never heard anything about that, so definitely sounds interesting. I never heard of something like that. Like if he wanted to play quarterback. Never heard anything about that. So that's an interesting thought. But, I mean, it definitely seems weird that all 32 owners have to unanimously approve. Here is the gift to White up the middle again. He's going to gain 4, maybe 5 right here. That will bring up a 3rd and 2. Looks like they're going to give him 5. And we'll get it down from the 10 to the 5. So it's a 3rd and 2 from the 5. 1st down inside the 3. Third and 2, Kelly in shotgun. Play clock is winding down. Kelly looks to throw. He's protected well. Steps up in the pocket. Goes to the end zone. That's caught for a touchdown. As the Gamblers, the Showboats go 9 plays, 50 yards, and get their 1st points of the day. 5:17 off the clock. So it's a 3rd and 2 from the 5. Take the lead inside the 3. 13 right there. 3rd and 2. Kelly in shotgun. Play clock is winding down. 13. Kelly looks to throw. He's protected well. Steps up in the pocket. Goes to the end zone. That's caught for a touchdown. Oh, I just realized I have this volume on, so sorry if you hear something weird. Sorry about that. Here is the extra point right down the middle. And it is now a 7-0 Showboats lead. After a good response from the early turnover from Cole Kelly. He goes and puts together a good drive there for the Gamblers. For the Showboats. If I confuse these two teams, sorry. But for the Showboats, as after starting off 0 for 1 with an interception, Kelly went 3 for 3 on that drive for 14 yards and a touchdown. Actually, I don't think that's updated yet because it doesn't include the touchdown. But they really did a lot of work on the ground there as they averaged 5 yards a carry and ran the ball 5 times for 25 yards. But let me try to figure out what happened to Alex Collins. Well, I know he was really good in the first few games for him, but now I still have no idea. Give me 1 second. But I know he was good in the first few games. Oh, he's on the IR, apparently. I must have completely missed that. Yeah, I think he's on the IR. So, that explains why I haven't heard of him in a few weeks, because he hasn't played in a few weeks. Alright, so 4:45 remain in the opening quarter. The Gamblers will get the football after a Showboats touchdown. By the way, Kelly's numbers on that drive, 4 for 4, 20 yards and a touchdown. Bounces back somewhat nicely after a interception on his first pass play of the game, which was the first play from scrimmage. So, 4:45 to go in the opening quarter. The kickoff is teed up, and the Showboats send it away here. From the return, here is Ratliff Williams. They go to reverse, but he fumbles the ball. And who's got? I think the Gambler guy was able to dive on it. Isaiah Zuber, number 21, was able to dive on it, but did not get the toss cleanly from Anthony Ratliff Williams. And it wasn't a bad toss, just Zuber was not able to get it. And that sets him up with pretty bad starting field position. At let's see. I don't know exactly where they are. Let's see. We'll find out in a second. At their own 19. Something they should really do is they should fake a reverse. That could get so many people off guard. Like fake it, do the pitch but fake it. That would be that. Wow, he just got sacked quickly. I think that could be a good design on a kickoff return. 99 for the Showboats. Got in the backfield in the blink of an eye. That is John Atkins, nose tackle from Georgia. He just completely split the center and the left guard and sacked Bahar in an instant. Alright, so now, already not a good drive, or start to the drive for the Gamblers, as they've got a bad starting field position and now a sack. Gets them back to the 13, and now the play clock winds down. They have to spend a timeout. Showboat's really starting to capture some momentum right here. With the touchdown, then the return that's fumbled, and the sack, now forcing them to spend a timeout. A lot of things go in the Showboat's direction right here. But, they just put a stat up on screen that says the Memphis Showboats lead the USFL in sacks. And their defense has been a big improvement for them in their recent winning streaks. They started off 0-3, but they had the worst defense in the USFL. 8th in points takeaways. They allowed 100% touchdown rate for their opponent and allowed 367 yards a game. Since then, they're first in points allowed, first in takeaways, second in... what was the other one? Opponent red zone percentage, touchdown percentage, and then 4th in yards per game for their opponent. So a little swing pass out to Hall, and he is tripped up for a loss of 3. That was not very productive. It's now going to be a 3rd and 19 for the Gamblers. After the swing pass goes absolutely nowhere. Wouldn't expect anything too crazy here deep in their own territory. Maybe a draw or something like that. They can draw, screen, something like that. Play clock winding down now. Play clock at 1. So they can have a false start. If we don't get the snap off Bahar, over the middle, zips one way too low for out with Williams, and that'll bring up a 4th and 18. And a big drive there for the Showboats, because after the touchdown, they now force a quick 3 and out for the Gamblers with a sack, they had to spend the timeout to avoid a delay game, or that they took a sack, then had to spend the timeout, then did a swing pass and forced for a loss of 3 and forced an incompletion. Big possession there for the Showboats. So here is their punter. He's standing in their own end zone, about 4 yards deep. This kick is away, and this is a good kick. Drives Papple back, and he slips, and he's taken down right when he catches that at the 43. He slipped as he planted his foot to take off. And that is where the Showboats will take over, but still good starting field position at about their own 43. So Cole Kelly and the Showboats offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can continue to build off what their defense just did and also build off their touchdown drive a second ago. Also, make sure to vote in the poll if you guys have not already done so. So far, everyone has said the Gamblers, although the Showboats, they have looked very good to start. Give me 1 second. Alright, so they're a commercial here. Let me just refresh to make sure everything is good. But, if they go to commercial, the Showboats with the football after their defense forced a quick 3 and out. And their defense has been very, very good so far, holding the Gamblers to just 3 on that first possession after the early turnover, and then that one as well. Now, overall, defensively, between the 3 good weeks and the 3 bad weeks for the Showboats, they've got the 3rd best scoring defense, the 5th best rush defense, the 2nd worst pass defense, and yardage-wise, they've got the 2nd worst defense, but they do have the most sacks of any team in the USFL. Alright, so they're back from commercial break here. The Showboats offense with the football at their own 43-yard line, with about 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Cole Kelly under center here. And here on play action, Kelly looks to throw. Goes over the middle, that is tipped and almost picked. But 22, the guy who had the interception before, unable to get to that one. Oh, Kelly did not get much on that because his arm was hit as he threw it. And it looks like he was looking for Osiris Mitchell, who ran somewhat of like a curl, but it kind of sailed on him. Here is the give to Juwan Washington. He's going to gain about 5 on that second down carry. That'll give him a 3rd and 5. And now the Gamblers, the Showboats, they have the worst rush offense in the USFL. Yeah, their offense has still been decent so far this season. They're going to give Washington 6 on that previous carry, so here's a 3rd and 4 with 1.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Third and 4, Kelly looks to throw. He's got a free play. Kelly, down the field, throws an interception. Again. That will not count as he had a free play there. Offsides, that'll give him a free first down. As that is the second or third time Kelly's gotten him to jump early. Might have been the second time of the game. I think Bahar got him to do it once as well. Alright, first and 10, Kelly under center. Here is the give to a White. He is maybe going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not much space to run. Probably lost half a yard. Alright, second and 10 here. Kelly, quick throw, caught by Papple. And here, Papple with a first down. And he gets 11 on that little screen pass. Didn't really think he'd get that much. But he gets 11, and the Showboats move the chains. That brings us to the end of the first quarter. So we head to quarter number 2. The Showboats lead this one 7-3 after a good first quarter, and they're also on a roll right here after. They've really been good when you look at it, because for the whole game they've really been good so far, because give me 1 second. But they've really been good, because they held the Gamblers out of the end zone right after Kelly threw that interception on the first play. They then responded with a touchdown, and then a quick 3-and-out. So it's really just been great so far for the Showboats. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break here as we head to quarter number 2. The Showboats have a first down at the Gamblers. Let's see, where exactly are they? At the Gamblers 35-yard line. Currently on a 4-play, 21-yard drive that has taken 2 minutes and 22 seconds. This is the third drive for the Showboats. Their first one was an interception. Their second one was a 9-play, 50-yard touchdown. Alright, they're now back from commercial break here to begin the second quarter. So far, the Showboats have 61 total yards, and just froze. Give me 1 second to unfreeze it. But yeah, they've got 61 total yards of offense so far. And here they've got a first and 10 from the 35-yard line of the Gamblers. Kelly with another free play. This time it's blown dead as nobody moved once they got him to jump. So, another offsides penalty for the Gamblers, the third of the day overall, second against Houston. Here they go to the ground with... Can't see the guy's number. But he's got to get a good push from the offensive line. He's going to gain about 3. That was White with the carry. 8 and 9 look so similar on a jersey. It's hard to tell. So here is a second down and about 2 for the Showboats. Kelly is going to hand off to White running left. White's got a first down, gains 3 before he's taken down, and the Showboats move the chance once again. For a team that has a bad run game, I feel like they've ran the ball somewhat effectively so far today. They just put their rushing numbers up on the screen here. 9 carries, 37 yards, averaging 4.1 yards a carry. That's solid for a team that really doesn't have a great run game. Derek Dillon, the speedster in motion. Kelly looks to throw, steps up in the pocket, finds Dillon underneath. Oh, no, Dillon dropped the ball. Never mind. I think he was thinking of what he could have done with that one, because he had a lot of space ahead of him. And probably would have picked up a first down. Hits him in a bad spot, the hands. So that brings up a 2nd and 10 here for the Showboats. White motions into the backfield. Just got the snap off. Here's a quarterback draw for Kelly. And Kelly is going to gain 1. I don't know if that was the design play. It didn't look all that great. Interesting. Third and 9 here for the Showboats. Gamblers bring a blitz. Kelly is going to throw low, intended for Dillon, and that'll bring a 4th and 9. But that was an interesting quarterback draw for them on 2nd and 10. Don't necessarily agree with that play call. Because, I mean, Cole Kelly, he can move. He's not immobile. But, I mean, he's not somebody like Alex Magoo, where he can just easily go pick up 10, 15 yards on a quarterback draw. And also, on 2nd and 10, I feel like you're not usually calling a quarterback draw there. 41-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up and on the way. It is going to drift right, but make it in the uprights. I felt that drifted too far right. But the Showboats, they will extend their lead. It is now 10-0. And their lead is now a touchdown after a 43-yard field goal is good. That was almost not good. It kept drifting, but ends up sneaking inside the right upright. And the field goal is good for the Showboats. It is now a 7-point game. One second. Alright, give me 1 sec to check something extremely quickly. Alright. So, waiting for them to come back from commercial break here. Make sure to vote in the poll if you guys have not already done so. So far, everyone who has voted has said the Gamblers will win. I would agree, although the Showboats have gotten off to a tremendous start. We just won 10-3, and their defense has been playing exceptionally well. And their defense is going to go back on the field here, as the Gamblers will get the football after the Showboats just added 3 to their lead. So 11:49 to go in the first half. The Showboats have it teed up and are set to send it away. Kick is going to be fielded. Nope, it's going to bounce into the end zone. As returner Isaiah Zuber was going to field that on a hop, but then it took a weird bounce and he just let it go. Alright, so Gamblers offense back on the field. I don't know where a touchback is in the USFL. I think it's the 25, but well, obviously we'll see. It is the 25. First and 10 here for the Gamblers. At their own 25-yard line, Bahar hands off to Mark Thompson, who runs up the middle for a gain of a yard. And the Showboats, while their defense hasn't necessarily been great all season long, they've definitely improved a lot over the recent weeks, but they have always had a good run defense. I mean, they had a great run defense last year. They have a good run defense so far this year. The only exception is when they got absolutely run over by the Stallions in week 2 when they lost 42-2. But they've had a great run defense since the relaunch of the USFL, which was last year. So 2nd and 8, Bahar, empty backfield. Here's a quick throw out to Redding, and that's Hall. He is hit hard by 21 of the Showboats defense. That is Delrick Abrams Jr. I thought that was T.O. Redding. Instead, that was Isaiah Hall, or I believe that's his name. Justin Hall. Never mind. Redding was 9. Here's a 3rd and 9, speaking of the number 9. Bahar finds Redding underneath, and he's going to get about 5 as the tackle is made. Keep him short by 27 of the Showboats defense. That is Kyrie Woods, safety from San Diego State. He's going to make the tackle that will keep him short of the first down, and another quick 3 and out for the Gamblers, as the Showboats defense continues to do their job so far. So the punt is away. The Showboats will get the ball back. Here's Papel on the return. Across the 40-yard line down the sideline, he's forced out at the 46 with 9:55 to go. And that is where the Showboats offense will take over, 1st and 10. One minute. Give me 1 second. Alright. Sorry about that. But they're back from commercial break here. They're showing highlights of the Week 3 game these two teams played. In what was a back-and-forth battle, with Houston coming out on top 30-26. But since then, both teams have definitely turned their seasons around. That really started the Gamblers' turnaround, and technically started the Showboats' turnaround as well. Even though it was a loss, their offense had a nice bounce-back performance, and they bounced back nicely from their 42-2 loss, and then have now won 3 straight since then. 1st and 10, Kelly looks to throw, backpedals, and tries to set up a screen, but there is nobody there. Kelly's looking for a flag. O'Grady, the intended target. But by the way, Kelly, I said looking for a flag. He's not going to get one. He was looking for a hold. So, the Memphis offense in their first 3 drives, they went interception, touchdown, field goal. Let's see what this one's going to happen. Here is the gift to White up the middle. Takes a big hit, taken down after getting a 4. So 3rd and 6 for the Showboats. It's actually going to be marked as a 3rd and 5. Play clock winding down. And wow, that took a long time. Quick throw, caught at the first down marker by Papple. Is that a first down? They're going to mark it as a first down. Should have been a delay of game. That's really close. If the yellow line on the field is correct, I think he's just short. But that is very close. Papple. Now, 3 catches, 22 yards, and a touchdown. They will give him the first down. Here is the gift to White up the middle, and he's going to gain 4 on the first down carry. No, sorry, that was Washington. I got them confused. Washington is number 8, right? Yeah. So, 2nd and 7 here. I got myself mixed up. 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Kelly in shotgun. Here is another give to, I can't tell who this is. But whoever it is runs for 5. It is Washington. He's number 8, right? I think I just said that. But yeah, it was Washington with the carry there. He gains 5. That'll bring up a 3rd and 2 with 7:10 to go in the first half. Showboat's going quickly. Now they slow down a little bit and change the play at the line. It's marked as a 3rd and 3. Kelly hands off to Washington again, and this time he's taken down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Gambler defense, with the stop, forces a gets a 3rd down stop and will force a 4th down. Now, interesting decision for Todd Haley and the Showboats, as you could go for this. They 4th and short, or not super short, but on the shorter side. You're just inside Gambler's territory. I think I go for this. They're going to at least line up to go for it. They snap the ball. Kelly, off play action, floats one, caught by the tight end Kelm, and he is swung down at the 18-yard line. And a good play action fake right there by Cole Kelly. Really sold that one. And the Showboats with a big 4th down conversion. Now that they went I formation, the Gamblers had stacked the box expecting another run. I did not expect a run, but then it did kind of confuse me that they came out with that look on that situation, because, I mean, who's running the ball on a 4th and 3? They go back to the run here. White slips one tackle and is maybe able to gain a yard. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9 here at a little over 5 minutes to go in the opening, or in the first half. Play clock winding down, it's at 3. Kelly in shotgun to get the snap off. Kelly looks to throw. He's going to dump this off to Washington, and Washington unable to stay in bounds. He's going to gain 3 yards there. That will bring up a 3rd and 6 with about 4:50 to go in the opening half of play. So 3rd and 6 here for the Showboats. They currently lead this one 10-3 in quarter number 2 with 4:23 to go. Play clock winding down. And prior to the snap, a timeout has been called for by the Showboats. Their 2nd of the half. That'll leave them with one remaining. The Gamblers have 2 remaining. There's a lot of confusion on which side of the quarterback, the running back, which was White, whether he was supposed to be Kelly's left or right. And by the time they finally figured it out, the play clock was at 0, and Todd Haley had to spend the timeout. Give me 1 second. Alright. So far, rushing yards has been a big difference, and that's probably why there's a difference in this game, because the Gamblers have only ran for 9 yards, whereas the Showboats have ran for about 57, 58 yards. And the Gamblers really need to be able to run the football, because Mark Thompson is a big part of their offense. Their passing attack is good too, but their offense really runs through Mark Thompson. So if he gets shut down, then there's a decent chance the offense as a whole will get shut down as well. So 3rd and 6 here, with 4:20 to go after the timeout. Kelly in shotgun. White exits the backfield. Gamblers rush 4. Quick throw. Short of the sticks. Caught by Osiris Mitchell, who I believe that is. No, that's McDaniel. Sorry. So an M, so I thought it was Mitchell. Now that's going to bring a 4th down. This time they'll send on a field goal unit. Here is Alex Kessman. He's 1 for 1, made a 41-yard field goal attempt. This one is a bit closer. It's going to be a 28-yard attempt, so it should be pretty easy. Play clock is 0, but they get the snap off in time, and his kick is up and good. It is now 13-3 Showboats over Gamblers, with 3:34 to go in the 2nd quarter. So the Showboats, they've been great so far, and a win in this game, I mean, I know I don't want to get too far ahead of us right now because we're only in the 2nd quarter, and it's still a long way to go. It's only a 10-point lead as well. It's not like they're leading 30-3 at halftime. But a win here for the Showboats could send them a long way in the playoff picture, because the Breakers, they've lost 3 straight. The Stallions, they're probably a walk to make the playoffs, even though not necessarily, because of how competitive the South Division is. Then you've got the Gamblers, who have been great so far. But, yeah, a win here could go a big way in the playoff picture, and it ends up being a really big game for both teams. Because the Gamblers can look back and say, we should have won this game, and that's why we're not in the playoffs if they end up missing the game. Missing by, like, one game or anything like that. But this could really be a big game. So far, results on the poll, everyone has said the Gamblers will win. Make sure to vote if you guys have not already done so. My original score prediction was Gamblers by a score of 26-23. Give me 1 second. But I'm waiting for them to come back from commercial break after the field goal was made by the Showboats to give them now a 10-point lead. Alright, they're now back from commercial break, showing the Gamblers trend in the positive direction. They started off 0-2, allowing over 30 points in their first 2 games. Since then, they've allowed 18 points a game and are 4-0, and during their 4-game win streak, Mark Thompson has 9 rushing touchdowns, and they have scored 28.5 points a game. Both first in the USFL during that span. Now, their offense has struggled so far today, as they've gone 9 plays, 26-yard field goal, 3 plays for a loss of 8, resulting in a punt, and 3 plays for a loss of 6, resulting in, you guessed it, another punt. So 3:34 to go in the opening quarter. The Showboats have it teed up, and the kick is away. Here is Ratwolf Williams, who fields at his own 8-yard line, and on the return, he is going to get up to the 35 before he's taken down. His helmet came off on the tackle, and one of the Showboats ran after it like it was a ball before they realized it was a helmet. So 3:27 to work with for the Gamblers. Now, ideally, you'd probably try to make this the final drive of the half. Just so the Showboats can't extend their lead. Ideally, if you're the Gamblers, you get the ball to start the second half. So ideally, you get a touchdown right here, take about 3 minutes, so you don't leave the Showboats with enough time, cut it to a 3-point game. That's ideal for the Gamblers. Here's Bahar, and oh, he almost just threw an interception. That should have been picked off by number 50 of the Showboats, Anthony Butler. He threw it almost right to him, and Butler could not come away with the interception. Great work, young man. Keep it up. Thank you for your comment and the encouragement. I definitely will. So 2nd and 10 here. Gamblers lucky to still have the ball here. 3:24 to go in the second quarter. Bahar looks to throw. Quick throw. That is caught by 81. Let's check who that is. I don't remember off the top of my head. 81. That is Kike Chisholm. I'm not sure if I said his name correctly. So a 3rd and 4 here for the Gamblers. They really need to pick up a first down to avoid going for a 3rd straight 3 and out, and also giving the ball right back to the Showboats, who have been great so far. So 3rd and 4, play clock winding down to 2-1. They get the snap off. Bahar fumbles the snap, picks it up, collects himself, now rolls out to his right, and Bahar goes downfield too high, looking for Hall, and that'll bring up a 4th and 4. We do have a flag down in the field, so let's see what that is. But if the play stands, it's roughing the passer. So that's going to give him a first down, a much-needed first down. It's on number 95 of the Showboats, Jordan Williams, a defensive end from Virginia Tech. But that's a big first down for the Gamblers. That avoids a 3rd consecutive 3 and out. So now a 1st and 10, 2:35 to go. Gamblers with 2 timeouts, Showboats with 3. Bahar in shotgun. I haven't seen Mark Thompson at all on this drive. He's still not in there. Bahar looks to throw. Sidearms one that's popped up in the air and intercepted by the defensive lineman. Number 41. 41, that is Greg Reeves. He's a linebacker who was playing as an edge rusher on that one. Comes away with the interception after the ball pops up in the air on the deflection. Let's see, who was this tipped by? Up in the air by 99, that is Atkins. He's had a big game so far. He's had a tackle for loss, a sack, and now a big deflection that gives him a pick right there. Before it's intercepted. And now the Gamblers with their first turnover of the day. And right after they get... Oh, I just realized I had the ball marker on the Showboats the whole time. Sorry about that. But now the Showboats, they're set up good starting field position at the 44. With 2.5 minutes to work with. Here's Kelly off play action. He's pressured and just throws an incomplete pass. His intended receiver was number 88, that's Wilson. Wasn't even looking for the football. Kelly just kind of had to let that one go and throw it towards an open area, which he knew his receiver was, as he was getting pressured, didn't want to take a sack. Cole Kelly threw an interception on his first pass play of the game. Since then, he's been 9 of 14, and I didn't get to see the rest of his stats. Here he throws behind his intended receiver, that is number 8, that is Juwan Washington out of the backfield. How's Kelly doing? Pretty good after he threw an interception on the opening play. He is now 9 of 15 since then. Or his numbers on the day. 9 of 15 for 63 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. So, I mean, the numbers aren't great, but, I mean, he hasn't been terrible. He hasn't been necessarily amazing, but, I mean, he's been okay. Aside from the interception on the first play of the game. Here's Kelly to throw. He's pressured right away. Gets this one off, and that is incomplete again. As the running back White was not able to hold on to it, and that'll bring up a 4th and 10. Will he cover his 200 yards? What did I just say? Is that 63? I don't know. You doubt it? Now, I'd like to say yes, but I'm not completely sure. We'll get back to that in a second. Here is the punt. The Gamblers, they get the football back. And the punt bounced in the end zone for a touchback. And the ball will come out at the 25-yard line. But you doubt it. He's at 70... I can't remember. He's about 70 yards right now. He could, because I think this game will see a bit more scoring as the game progresses. But I don't know. It'll be somewhere around that 200-yard mark. If I had to take a guess, I'd say he's probably a little under it. He'll end up at like 185-ish passing. He needs a great second half. He will, if he wants to get to 200 passing yards. But it's doable. I just think he's going to end up just a little below, somewhere between 170 and 185. So 205 to work with for the Gamblers. The ball at the 20-yard line. Quick throw caught by, I can't tell who that is, 85. That is Josh Peterson. He had a catch earlier in the game. And that now brings us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go here in the first half. The Showboats lead the Gamblers 13-3. The Gamblers with the football at their own 30 or 31. Let's check. At their own... Oh, 26, right, because I'm thinking they started at their own 25. So at their own 26, what about Vinny Papel? He's had a good game so far. He's got a touchdown. He's caught a touchdown. It's about 30 receiving yards, probably, I think, a little under. He's got 3 catches, 23 yards, and a touchdown. So, it's been solid so far. Nobody has really had a truly great game receiving for the Showboats so far, because, I mean, they've only thrown for 63 yards. There's also been some drops thrown in there, like Derek Dillon had a few drops. Or I think he had 1 drop. But, then also, there was a few throws where he was just pressured and really had nowhere to go with it. Alright, so they're back from commercial break here. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Today, Mark Thompson for the Gamblers has definitely been held in check, only 7 carries for 11 yards, as opposed to 147 yards and a touchdown. Week 3 of last year against then the Bandits, now the Showboats, and then 80 yards and 2 touchdowns in the Week 3 meeting between these two teams. Second 4, Bahar looks to throw. Goes to the outside. That is caught by number 9. That is Tio Redding for a big gain and another first down. That is the first down they've picked up non-penalties since their first drive. But that was a good chunk play there for the Gamblers. Kenji Bahar now 7 of 10 for 56 yards and an interception. Play clock winding down here. It's at 1-0. Just got the snap off, apparently. Bahar goes deep down the field. He's got a man. That is, almost caught. Justin Hall was able to get a hand on it, but unable to haul it in. But that was looking good, except just barely overthrown by Bahar. Got his fingertips on it, but just overthrown. Otherwise, it's a good throw. And is another big play for the Houston offense, something that is severely lacked so far today. So from around 49, Bahar is going to look to throw. He is pressured. Goes down the sideline. That is caught inside the 30-yard line and is taken out at the 26. Number 85. That is Peterson. It's tight end with his 3rd catch of the day. And 1:40 to go in the first half for the Gamblers. 2 timeouts for the Gamblers, 1 for the Showboats. Houston with the ball at the 26 of the Showboats. Bahar to throw once again. Nope, play blown dead. Got a flag before the snap. So let's see, what is this flag? Not completely sure what the call is here. It is an illegal snap, so essentially a false start on the center as he started to snap the ball, stopped, and then snapped it again. And that also comes with a 10-second runoff So there is now a minute 19 to go instead of a minute 29. So 1st and 15, the clock is also running. Now a minute 10 to go. Empty backfield here for Kenji Pahar. He looks to throw to the outside. That is a wide throw. Incomplete, looking for Peterson once again. That will bring up a 2nd and 15. And now if you wonder if that penalty is that going to what am I saying? You wonder if that penalty is maybe going to hurt the Gamblers in what they were doing offensively, because they're now backed up to a 2nd and 15, which is not necessarily a great spot to be in. They are still in field goal range, so they don't want to take any more massive losses. So before this 2nd and 15, we've got a timeout called for by the Gamblers. That leaves each team with one remaining, with 1:04 to go. So 1:04 to go in the first half. 2nd and 15 here for the Gamblers. They trail 13-3. Give me 1 second. Alright, so 2nd and 15 for the Gamblers at the 31 of the Showboats. Empty backfield for Bahar. He looks to throw. Throw over the middle of that is incomplete. Looking for the tight end Peterson once again. We got another flag that flies. It is holding on the offense. That's going to back him up 10 to the 41 and also knock him out of field goal range. So now with 1:01 to go, the Gamblers have some work to do. They need to get points on this drive. So 5 penalties for 31 yards for the Gamblers, 1 penalty for 5 yards for the Showboats. 2nd and 25 here for the Gamblers. At the 41, Bahar looks to throw. He's pressured, and Bahar is going to take a loss back to midfield. A loss of 9 on the play. It is now a 3rd and 34. The clock stops with 54 seconds to go as the Showboats spend their 3rd and final timeout. But 41 of the Showboats, that is Greg Reeves. He had the interception before, now he comes up with a big sack. A 3rd and 33 here for the Houston Gamblers. You know, your everyday 3rd down. 54 seconds to go in the second half, so the Showboats trying to save themselves some time. It's now 56 seconds to go. They add 2 to... They add 2. So 3rd and 33, 56 seconds to go. Bahar looks to throw on 3rd and a mile. He's pressured from behind. Throws, that's complete to Peterson. And he's going to get it back to the 29-yard line. And now the downside of using a timeout right there for the Showboats was now the Gamblers can let this go all the way down to about 11 seconds, call a timeout, and kick a field goal. But that was a big completion, gets back into field goal range. And they should be able to get some points and cut this to a touchdown game right before the half. That was also a nice catch from Peterson, as he had to turn himself around and adjust to the football, 'cause Bahar threw it behind him. That was a nice catch. So now timeout with 12 seconds to go. Neither team with any timeouts remaining here. So Nick Vogel on for a field goal attempt on 4th and 12. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Responsible for the Gamblers' only points of the day. This one a bit longer, 46 yards. So the 46-yard field goal attempt, high snap. The kick from Vogel is going to drift left and no good. And it will stay a 13-3 game. Now we do have a flag, and Nick Vogel, their kicker, is on the ground. Let's see. There's now 8 seconds to go in the second quarter. It is defensive holding. How do you... Wait a minute. How do you even get defensive holding on a kick? That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. It is now 4th and... I am so confused. If it was defensive holding, that's an automatic first down. So clearly it's not an automatic first down, because it's not defensive holding, because it's still 4th and 2. I am so confused. I'm confused. Hold on, give me a second. Alright, let's see. It is a first down. Okay, they got that right. Referee says correction. 5-yard penalty, and it's an automatic first down for the Gamblers. The offense is not coming back out onto the field, which is insanely dumb. There's 8 seconds to go. They're just going to take the field goal now, which, I mean, why? I get it, you want to take the points, but I disagree. You put your offense on the field for one play. You tell Kenji Bahar you cannot take a sack. This ball goes to the end zone, or it's thrown out of bounds. This kick is blocked, and it is going to be scooped up by the Showboats, and they're taken down a little across midfield. Another flag is down. The clock is at zeros. Talk about a chaotic ending to the half. The clock is at zeros. There's a flag down. The kick was blocked. Personal foul roughing the snapper. So the kick was not blocked. It is on John Atkins, who's had a great game so far for the Showboats. Now with zeros on the clock, they will get another attempt at the field goal after 2 misses. So now, the Gamblers will get a third attempt at this field goal, and it keeps getting closer and closer. Originally it was 46 yards, then it was 41. Now it's going to be a... What is this going to be? A 26-yarder? I think this is going to be a 26-yard field goal attempt for Vogel and the Gamblers. It's 29 yards. So a 29-yard field goal attempt from Nick Vogel is up, and this one is good after he missed the previous two. And the Gamblers, they cut this to a touchdown lead as we head to halftime. It is now 13-6 Showboats. And the Gamblers, they will also receive the kickoff to start the second half. So they've got themselves in a decent position. Because now they get the kickoff to start the second half. They just cut it to a touchdown lead. So now what you do is you score a touchdown, you tie the game up right after halftime. I know, easier said than done, but they're still in a pretty good spot despite trailing at the break. But I'm going to go take a quick break. I will be back in a second. Give me 1 second. But make sure to vote in the poll if you guys have not already done so. Let me know who you have winning. Let me know your updated score prediction after seeing one half of play. But I'm going to go take a quick break. I'll be back in a few minutes. And then I'll let you guys know my updated score prediction. And if stick with my original prediction, the Gamblers 26-23. But I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. Thank you guys for staying with me as I took my short break. Sorry, it was a little longer than I intended. But the Showboats lead this one at 13-6 at halftime. Make sure to vote in the poll if you guys have not already done so. So far, results: 71% of you guys have said the Gamblers will win, 29% have said the Showboats. I could definitely still see this game going either way. I definitely think it will be a close game the rest of the way. I mean, it's been pretty close so far. The biggest lead was 10 for the Showboats when they went 13-3 right before halftime. But, I could definitely still see this game going either way. Alright, so as far as my updated score prediction goes, I'm going to... this is so tough. This could definitely go either way. Because, I mean, the Showboats, they've looked good. The Gamblers have looked good at times. I feel like the Showboats have looked better. But... who knows if that will continue. But, I mean, this could definitely go either way. So, I'm going to go ahead and say, my original prediction was the Gamblers. I'll take them to win. But they're going to need to get their run game going. Their offense needs to get going as a whole. So, I'm going to say the Gamblers by a score of, we'll go 24-23. Give me 1 second to check this real quick. Okay, but the second half should begin in a little bit. Oh, actually, it's starting right now. But let's see how each team looks to begin the second half. I just spelled it wrong. Maybe not. But the Gamblers, they will get the football to begin half number 2. And it's a good thing they get the ball, because they trail 13-6. My updated score prediction, 24-23 Gamblers. Let me know your updated score prediction in the comments. Here is Zuber on the return. Zuber cuts up the middle, makes a cut. Zuber's still on his feet, and Isaiah Zuber to about the 43-yard line. And that is where Kenji Bahar and the Houston Gamblers offense will take over. Kenji Bahar in his first 4 drives threw for 26 yards and an interception. In his last drive, he threw for 76 yards. So, let's see if the Gamblers can continue that going in the right direction. Updated results on the poll. 62% of you guys said the Gamblers will win. 38% have said the Showboats. I would agree with the majority. I think the Gamblers can definitely make a comeback, and I think they will. Sounds unlikely, but I mean, I think they can. So at the 43, Bahar under center. Thompson is the back. Play action, Bahar. Quick throw. That is caught by Ratliff Williams. He will gain 4 on the first down completion. So 2nd and 6 here for the Gamblers at their own 47. Bahar, off play action again. Quick throw to the outside. That is caught by 81. He breaks a tackle, makes another cut, and he's taken down at the 41 of the Showboats. So good play there. But 81 of the Gamblers, that is Kike Chisholm. Hopefully I'm saying his name correctly. But he makes a good move and gets some good after catch yards there. Kenji Paharno up to 117 passing yards and an interception on 11 of 16 passing. So 1st and 10, 13:40 to go in the third quarter. From the 42 of the Showboats. Bahar in shotgun. I'd expect him to maybe run the ball. That's not going to happen. Instead, they're going to try a screen to route with Williams, but that one's incomplete. And that brings up a 2nd and 10. So a 2nd and 10 here for the Gamblers. Bahar under center, Thompson in the back behind him. Would not be shocked to see the first run of the half here for the Gamblers. And they do go to Thompson. Thompson up the middle. Thompson get a first down. Tries to run somebody over. He's going to gain 12. And that's the kind of run we're used to seeing from Mark Thompson. A physical runner. And he's up the middle for a gain of 12. And it looks like he's slow to get up here. Gamblers really need to get Mark Thompson going. He's had a slow game so far, with like 7 carries for 11 yards in the first half, but I think he just matched his total right there. He's not injured, it appears, as he's on the sideline, perfectly fine. But 1st and 10 here from the 31, number 4 of the Gamblers that he now enters as the back. That is Shamari Jones. Here's the gift to Jones, who makes a cut, and it's going to gain 2. So that'll bring up a 2nd and about 8. Now we got some early movement, and it appears it's going to be a false start. It is a false start on the Gamblers. That'll back them up 5. .51 is who they called a false start on, but there was 2 players. But 51, that is Ty Rogers. It's their right tackle. He was called for it there. That is the 6th Gamblers penalty. They've got 36 penalty yards. The Showboats have 3 penalties for 32 yards. So 2nd and 13, Bahar. Going to go deep down the sideline. That is too deep and incomplete. Ratliff Williams was the receiver in the area, but he ran an out. I think Bahar was expecting a go route. So a 3rd and long here for the Gamblers. Mark Thompson now re-enters the game. So 3rd and 13, play clock winding down. They get the snap off. Bahar looks to throw. That is batted at the line by Atkins and incomplete. Looking for Thompson out of the backfield on a simple pass underneath. John Atkins has had a really big game for the Showboats so far. But here is Nick Vogel on for his 3rd field goal attempt. He's made 2. He's 2 of 2 on field goals, made a 29 and 23. Here's a 52-yarder. That one's blocked. The Showboats got a piece of it, and it's still able to make its way to the uprights, but not nearly on target after they're able to get a piece of that. Second blocked field goal of the day, although the first one didn't count. This time they don't rough the snapper. I don't even know who got a hand on that. I didn't see anybody get a hand on that. But the field goal from Vogel is no good. His first miss of the day. And the Showboats, they will take over after the missed field goal. Technically the second time they've blocked one. Even though it was... the first one was called back due to a... due to a, what am I saying? Oh, due to a penalty. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break here. Hold on, won't let me. There we go. Wouldn't let me full screen it for a second. Alright, they're now back from commercial break. The Showboats, they will get the football. After they blocked the field goal. So 1st and 10 for the Showboats, 10:30 to go in the third quarter. And Cole Kelly and the Showboats offense back onto the field at their own 42-yard line after their special teams comes up with a big blocked field goal. Kelly, quick throw to Derek Dillon on the screen. Dillon going to break one tackle before he's forced out after a gain of 8. While he's trying to get the ball into his hands, as he's a very dangerous player with the ball in his hand. His hands. Here's a 2nd and 2. Kelly will hand off up the middle, and White is going to gain 5, get it up to midfield, and a first down as well for the Showboats. Here they hand off to White up the middle again. He's got space this time. He's got a first down and more. And he's taken down at the 12. After a gain of 12. By number 22 of the Gamblers defense. That is Manny Bunch. He had the interception on the first play of the game. Here they go back to White for the 3rd straight play. And another good run. This time he gains 10. And now for a team that has not ran the ball well at all, they're 7th in the USFL in rushing yards a game, which is 2nd worst. They've ran the ball pretty effectively so far today. And they've ran the ball very nicely on this drive. They go back to the ground this time with Washington. He's going to gain 4. And that will bring up a 2nd and 6. But for a team that hasn't ran the football effectively this season, they've got 80 rushing yards on 4.2 yards a carry. 80 rushing yards, 4.2 yards a carry on 19 carries, which is very good for a team that doesn't run the football effectively. So far this draft, they've got 4 runs, 1 pass is their play selection. 2nd and 6, play clock winding down at 1, hit 0 just as they get the snap off. Here they go to, I think that's Washington. We'll gain a yard. That'll bring up a 3rd and 5. It is Juwan Washington. So here's a 3rd and 5 for the Showboats. First 3rd down they've got on this drive. Third and 5, Kelly looks to throw. He's pressured, steps up in the pocket. Kelly goes to the end zone, and that is incomplete. His intended receiver was Osiris Mitchell, who was not able to come down with it. A flag is down. It was tipped by the defender Johnson. No, it actually wasn't. It just hit Mitchell right in the chest, but he wasn't able to catch it. We got some offensive penalty. Gonna replay 3rd down. Not completely sure what it is. Oh, it was holding. Offensive holding. Why would you replay 3rd down if you just forced an incompletion in your first setup for a field goal? Makes no sense, but 3rd and 15. Backs the Showboats up after the penalty. Happel in motion. Kelly is going to hand off to White. No, that's Washington. He's got a good run and gets about 10 on that run. Gets it to the 20... No, sorry, the 18. And that will bring up a 4th and 5-ish. So 4th and 5, the Showboats will be forced to settle for a field goal. This one will be 36 yards from the right hash. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. It is back to being a 10... Whoa, that would be a lot. It's back to being a 10-point game. It is now 16-6. As the Showboats kick the field goal and get the first points of the second half. And they capitalize off a blocked field goal and get their own points on the board. Alright, so they head to commercial break. Let's go check something really quickly. Give me 1 second. Alright, so, as we wait for them to come back from commercial break, make sure to vote in the poll if you guys have not already done so. So far, results in the poll, 62% have said the Gamblers will win. 38% have said the Showboats. Alright, they're back from commercial here. So 6:23 to go in the third quarter. The Gamblers will get the football back. They trail by 10 once again. They trail 13-3. Then they'll trail 16-6. But the kick is away. Zuber from his own 15 on the return. Zuber across the 30, still on his feet, breaks tackle to the 40, jumps over a guy to the 50, and that is where he's taken down. Good starting field position for the Gamblers after a great return from Isaiah Zuber. Recapping yesterday's games, what they're showing right now, the Stars beat the Maulers at 37-31, and the Stallions beat the Breakers 24-20. First and 10 here for the Gamblers at exactly midfield. Bahar looks to throw over the middle, that is tipped and incomplete. Atkins got another hand on that. Is this guy just insanely good at batting passes? Or is he like insanely tall and it's pretty easy? 6'3", I mean, that's not too tall. I mean, that's tall, but, like, there's guys who are on the defensive line that are taller. I mean, he just has been having a great game. Here's a second and 10 with 5:45 to go in the third quarter. Showboats lead this one 16-6. O'Hara hands off to Jones up the middle here, and he'll gain a yard. That'll bring up a third and about 9. Again, the Gamblers are going to need a third down conversion here if they want to extend this drive, obviously. But, I mean, they really need one, because they have not been able to really move the football. So 3rd and 9 from the 49 of the Showboats. Bahar takes a snap. He looks to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Goes deep down the field. And this froze. Well, no idea what happened, so sorry. It is incomplete. 4th and 9. Alright, here's a replay. And it froze again. Oh, unfroze. Off the hand of Justin Hall, and incomplete. This is one he definitely could have caught. So 4th and 9, the Gamblers will punt this one away. Back to the Showboats. Papel at his own 8 on the return. He is swung down at the 7. So at least for the Gamblers, they'll be back it up deep in their own territory, but otherwise a poor drive. Very poor. Give me 1 second. Alright. So waiting for them to come back from commercial break, the Showboats put the football deep in their own territory at their own 7. Alright. So 1st and 10 here for the Showboats at their own 7-yard line. Kelly, off play action, looks to throw. He's pressured from behind, steps up in the pocket, goes deep down the field, and that is incomplete, too high for his intended receiver, Derek Dillon. Who's not the biggest guy in the world, but I mean, he's definitely used a lot by this offense, and I mean, why not when he's got insane speed? He's only 5'11", about 175 pounds, but I mean, he's a great player for this offense, just not necessarily a player you're going to be throwing a contested catch to right there. 2nd and 10 for the Showboats. Kelly in shotgun, Washington the back line to his right. Here is the gift to Washington, running left, and he is going to gain 4 on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd and 6. Now, if you're the Gamblers, you really need to get off the field right here. You cannot afford to let the Showboats extend their drive. So, I mean, they need to get the ball back and get some points on the board. They've got 6 points in the game, which is obviously not going to win you many football games, if any. The Showboats are 3 of 8 on 3rd down conversions so far. They average 7.6 yards to go. This one in that range as well. It's a 3rd and about 6. Kelly looks to throw. It's going to go deep down the sideline, and that is almost caught by 18, who is Ryan McDaniel. Almost hauled in, but no, I thought that was actually overthrown, but it wasn't. Now, a great stop there by the Gamblers. Gets a much-needed 3 and out. And the Showboats, they kick it away. Ooh, big hit. Muff punt. Showboats football. No, I'm so confused. We've got 2 injured Showboats on the field. I thought that should be interference because Zuber barely had a chance to get the ball. The official's talking it over. Oh no, it was Hall who was the returner. I thought it was Zuber. I'm confused. But it's Gambler's ball. That was an insane punt. I'm not completely even sure what happened right there. I'm not completely sure. Alright, so that was a very chaotic punt return, or sequence on the punt. But, I think they've got it sorted out. There was an injured player, so hopefully he's okay for the Showboats. Give me 1 second. So the Gamblers, they came up from the pile with the ball. And it's Gambler football at the moment. I'm still not completely sure exactly what happened there, but it's Gambler football. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of the Showboats. Bahar under center. Here's the toss to Thompson running right. And Thompson has a lot of work to do just to get back to the line of scrimmage. And he's going to do that work to only lose a yard. He was about to lose 6 yards. But a great effort by Mark Thompson. Only loses a yard right there. Some updated results on the poll. 67% of you guys have said the Gamblers win. 33% have said the Showboats. Mark Thompson, 9 carries, 22 yards so far today. He's definitely been held in check by the Showboats, who have had a great run defense, although they have been hurt by Mark Thompson in the past. Bahar looks to throw. He's pressured, spins out of it, and now he is swung down back at the 33-yard line. Kenji Bahar goes down for a big loss. John Atkins with another big play. This man's having an insane game. Multiple pass deflections, his second sack, a tackle for loss as well. Just unblockable right now for the Gamblers. Third and 26. Play clock winding down. Flag is down. It's now going to be 3rd and 31 for the Gamblers with 59 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. So 3rd and 31. Bahar in shotgun. Here is the draw to Jones up the middle. And it's a good run. Gets across midfield. But obviously not going to gain 31, although he probably gained maybe close to 20. He gained 21 on that one, as it's currently 4th and 14, and the Gamblers will punt this ball away as the first play of the 4th quarter. So we head to quarter number 4. The Showboats lead this one 16-6, and are set to get the football back here on the punt. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break after the waiting for them to come back from commercial break here as we head to the fourth quarter. The Showboats lead this one 16-6. And while we wait for them to return from commercial break, I would greatly appreciate if you guys can hit that like and subscribe button, as I would greatly appreciate it, and it would help this stream reach more people, so I would greatly appreciate if you guys can do that. Alright, so still waiting for them to come back from commercial. And it's froze again. Give me a second. Alright, so 4th and 14. The Gamblers are set to punt it away. So 4th and 14, the Gamblers send on the punt unit. 15 minutes to go in the game, they trail by 10, 16-6. So the punt is away. And Papel, at his own 12 on the return, tripped up at his own 18-yard line. And that is where the Memphis Showboats will take over for the first drive of the fourth quarter. So 1st and 10, 14:50 to go in the game. Showboats lead this one by 10, 16-6. And have the football at their own 18. So 1st and 10, White motions into the backfield. Kelly looks to throw. Pump fakes multiple times. Now over the middle, that is caught by the tight end number 80, that's Kelm. Or Helm, not really sure. It's either a K or an H. It's Helm with an H, sorry. But he picks up a first down. So 1st and 10 for the Showboats after they pick up first down on that one. Kelly in shotgun with the back lined to his right. Here is the give to the back, that is White. And White with a good run down the sideline, across midfield, and he's out of bounds at the 48 of the Breakers. Big run there for White. And these Showboats with a big play on the ground. Their rushing attack's been really good so far. Would have been a good game 40 years ago. Yeah, these two teams were definitely pretty good back in the 80s. I mean, this is still a decent game. It's not the most entertaining because it's been pretty low scoring, but I mean, it's been pretty competitive. The Showboats' season average is 67 rushing yards a game. They've currently ran for 119. They go back to the run here. White to the outside, makes a cut, and is going to gain another 9. As he's now probably up to close to 100 yards. Maybe if I had to guess, I'd say 80 something. He's up to, 88 yards. So 1st and 10, Kelly hands off to Washington, this time up the middle. He's tripped up after a gain of 3. That'll bring a 2nd and 7 with 12:50 to go. So 2nd and 8 for the Showboats. Kelly in shotgun. Here he looks to throw. Kelly pressured, and he is almost going to throw an interception. As looking for Papple. Number 18. Let's see, 18. That is JT Tyler. Almost came away with that one. So here is a 3rd and 8 with 11:50 to go. Kelly is going to hand off to White, running left. He is swung down for a loss of 5 on that one. And that will bring up a 4th and 13. And the Gamblers defense gets a much needed 3rd down stop, and they'll get the football back. Now they just need to do something with this to see if they can potentially make a comeback here. It's currently a 2-score game. It's a 10-point game. But 4th and 12, the Showboats will punt this one away. The Gamblers will receive the kick, or the punt, but they will most likely be backed up pretty deep. Let's see. The punt is away, and it will bounce in the end zone for a touchback. Just barely on the goal line. But that is a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 20-yard line. And that is where Kenji Bahar and the Gamblers offense will take over with 11:01 to go. In fact, the Gamblers, they have really not been great offensively today. They've settled for 3 field goals, and they just haven't really moved the football much. Only 128 total yards and 3.5 yards of play. And a big reason why is they have not been able to run the football. Mark Thompson's been held to just 2.4 yards a carry, and as a team, they're averaging just 3.1 yards a carry. And their run game had been a big part of their offense coming into the day, so it makes sense. So far, results in the poll, 70% of you guys have said the Gamblers win. 30% have said the Showboats. Make sure to vote if you guys haven't already. Give me 1 second to check something. Alright, but still waiting for them to come back from commercial break. Gamblers with the football at their own 20-yard line after the touchback. Alright. So they're now back from commercial break. They're showing how Greg Reeves has had a tremendous game. Same with John Atkins, as both have put up good stat lines, and Atkins has Oh, now they're showing John Atkins. He's had 2 sacks, a tackle for loss, and multiple pass deflections as well. Defensive production, Greg Reeves, a tackle for loss, a sack, and an interception. John Atkins, 4 tackles, 2 for loss, 2 sacks, and multiple pass deflections. Obviously, didn't come away with an interception. He's a defensive tackle. So, 11:01 to go, 1st and 10 for the Showboats. They desperately need points in a very bad way. Hard, empty backfield. Here he looks to throw. He's going to sidearm this one to Redding. It takes a big hit, and will gain 2 or 3 on the play. So 2nd and 8. 10:30 to go in the game. Each team still with all 3 timeouts. Bahar in shotgun, Jones to the back line to his right. Here's Bahar to throw. He's going to find Jones on the check down. He's going to break a tackle and gain a 1st down up to the 31-yard line. And move the chains for the Gamblers. Now, their offense has also not been able to get many 1st downs. They're probably still in the single digits of 1st downs. They've had 9 total drives. Alright, it doesn't tell you how many 1st downs they've gotten, but it's I can surely tell you it's not many. Maybe it's 9 or 10, I don't know. Maybe a few more. But 1st and 10 here for the Gamblers at their own 31. Bahar looks to throw. That is caught. Nice catch by Justin Hall as he climbs the ladder to get that one. That was a really nice catch. Didn't necessarily need to be that high of a throw, but Hall is able to go full extension, and I mean, he's not very tall, so to get up that high is pretty impressive. Here's to give to Thompson running left. He's going to get maybe a yard. But Justin Hall is only 5'8", but he had to jump, I don't know, a great distance to get to that one. So 2nd and 10 here for the Gamblers. From the 49 of the Showboats, Bahar looks to throw. Over the middle, that is tipped and almost intercepted. That's incomplete. That will bring up a 3rd and 10. Off the hand of Justin Hall. And Griffin couldn't quite get to that one. So a 3rd and 10 with about 8.5 minutes to go. Showboats lead 16-6. The Gamblers have only converted 1 of their 8 third downs, and a big reason why is they average 15 yards to go on 3rd down. This one is a 3rd and 10. Bahar looks to throw. Over the middle, that is caught for a 1st down by T.O. Redding. He gets it up to the 35-yard line. That'll gain 14, and another 1st down. Here's Bahar. Quick throw that is bobbled and incomplete. Both players that collided, 42 for the Showboats and 81 the intended receiver for the Gamblers, both very slow to get up. That is Chisholm for the Gamblers. For the Gamblers. And who did I say? 42. Antonio Reed, safety from Nebraska, slow to get up for the Showboats, as both collided as they were trying to get the loose ball. So hopefully they're both okay. Alright, so they go to commercial break. Hopefully, the injured players for each team are both okay. Oh, but let me count how many first downs the Gamblers have, because I don't really think it's that many. Let's see. Let's go back to drive number 1. They've got 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 4, 5, 6. No, 5. That was a penalty. 6, 7. Let's see. 8, 9. 10, 11, 12. They've got 12 first downs, and 4 of them have come on this drive. So, I mean, it hasn't been a great offensive performance for the Gamblers. Obviously, only a little under 200 total yards, only 12 first downs, and also only 6 points on the board to show for it. So, second and 10 here from the 34. Bahar, empty backfield. Hall in motion. Bahar, pump fakes the screen. Now goes deep down the field. He's got a man. That is caught. And that is going to be out of bounds at the... No, touchdown! Peterson, I thought he was knocked out of bounds. They're saying touchdown on the field. I thought he was out of bounds just short. Obviously, they're going to take a look at that one. But a good fake on the screen there. I thought he was just out. Let's see. I'm pretty sure if they take a closer look, he's down just short. But Peterson has had a really good game receiving for the Gamblers, and he's responsible for their first touchdown of the day if it stands. This will be reviewed, as all scoring plays in the USFL are reviewed. I think he's about 6 inches short. It is overturned, which I do believe is the right call. So it is now first and goal. Clock running, 7:14 to go. Bahar under center. Thompson is the back. Here they give it to Thompson, and Mark Thompson is in for a Gambler touchdown. So now it takes him one extra play. But it is a touchdown for Mark Thompson and the Gamblers. Wait, was he not in? Oh no, now that I put the graphic up on screen, I don't know what the delay was. But it is now 16-12. The extra point will make it a 3-point game. After a 9-play, 80-yard drive, taking 4:07 off the clock for the Gamblers. Now, where was that? Offensive effort the entire game? Not quite sure, but at least they found it for that drive. Let's see if they can continue that. So 9-play, 80-yard drive, taking 4:20 off the clock, about. It is now 16-12. Nick Vogel on for the extra point. That is also Mark Thompson's 10th touchdown of the season. That is the most in a single season since the USFL relaunch last year. Last year's leader had 9, which was Darius Victor. And Thompson, keep in mind, has only played 4 games. 5 games. No. 4 games. The extra point from Vogel up and good, and it is now 16-13. So let's see if the Gamblers can continue to build off that touchdown right there and get another good defensive showing. Their defense was the reason they got the ball back. They forced a pretty quick drive from the Showboats. Now they just need to do that again, and then the Gamblers are in a great spot to go down the field and score. I mean, there's still plenty of time left in the game. There's still 7:05. Alright, so still waiting for them to come back from commercial break. It is now a 3-point lead for the Showboats. I believe that's the closest the game has been all day. Yeah, it is. Now, the Gamblers, they have led. They led 3-0, but that is their only lead. So, still waiting for them to come back from commercial break. Mark Thompson ran it in for a Gambler touchdown, and then the extra point makes it a 3-point game, 16-13. Showboats lead the Gamblers. The Showboats will get the football back after allowing the Gamblers' first touchdown of the day, coming from Mark Thompson on his 10th rushing touchdown of the season. 7:05 to go. The kick is away. Dylan fields this at his own 12. Now on the return, Dylan will get it up to the 37-yard line, and that is where the Memphis Showboats offense will take over with exactly 7 minutes to go. So 1st and 10, exactly 7 minutes to go. The Showboats lead this one by 3. I really haven't gotten much going in the second half, as they led 13-3 at the half, only 3 points in the second half. Here is the give up the middle to White. He is going to gain 5 on the first down run. So 6:40 to go, 2nd and 10. Or 2nd and 5, sorry, 2nd down. I saw 2nd down, so I just inserted 2nd and 10. But 2nd and 5 here. Kelly is going to hand off to White once again. Up the middle, White will this time gain 3, maybe 4 before he's taken down. But it's going to depend on the forward progress, if he got that 4th yard or not. But anyway, it'll be a 3rd and short, which I'd expect them to go to the ground again. Six minutes remaining. It is marked as a 3rd and 1. So they did give him that 4th yard right there. I'd expect another run, maybe even a quarterback sneak. Kelly under center. Looks as if they might go quarterback sneak. Timeout called for by the Showboats before this upcoming 3rd down. First timeout spent by either team, and it is spent with 5:50 to go in the game. Alright, so 3rd and 1, 5:50 to go. Let's see what the Showboats decide to do here on offense. I'm thinking some kind of run. You've ran the ball effectively all day long, 138 rushing yards. I'm thinking either a run just straight up the middle, a quarterback sneak, something of that variety. They shift. It's going to be a quarterback sneak. Now we get a timeout defensively for the Gamblers. So now each team with 2 timeouts remaining. They lined up in the shotgun, then they shifted to an under center formation, put 2 guys behind Kelly. I mean, all Kelly has to do is essentially just fall forward because he's that tall. The man is 6'7", it's like 255 pounds. So I mean, really, all he's got to do is just fall forward. So 3rd and 1, I'm thinking just plow it ahead with your big quarterback. So Kelly under center. The tight end number 88 in motion. Here's the toss to the outside. White is chopped down for a loss of 5. A big play by T.J. Tyler for the Gamblers. He's been good so far for them today. And he makes a big stop on a big 3rd and short. T.J. Tyler makes a huge defensive play for the Gamblers. And now, the Gamblers forced a punt. The punt is away. A good kick into the end zone. And the Gamblers will take over at their own 20-yard one with 5:06 to go. But a huge play by T.J. Tyler gets the ball back to the Gamblers offense, who are coming off their first touchdown of the day. And let's see if they can build on that, because obviously they're going to need to score some more. A touchdown will give them the lead, a field goal will tie it. But there's still plenty of time as well. There's still 5:04? 5:06. I was a little off. Alright, so still waiting for them to come back from commercial. So far, results on the poll, 67% of you guys have said the Gamblers will win. 33% have said the Showboats. Make sure to vote if you guys haven't already. So still waiting for them to come back from commercial. They're showing kicker Nick Vogel has missed, I think it's 3 field goals. Although only one of them misses have actually counted. Because two there was a penalty and the other was blocked. Actually, 2 were blocked, 1 was a penalty, 1 wasn't. It's currently 16-13. It is a field goal game, so obviously Vogel could come through big for the Gamblers with a potentially game-time field goal at the end of this drive, if they don't get it in the end zone for 6. 1st and 10 from their own 20. Bahar looks to throw. Quick throw to the outside. That is incomplete. Chisholm, the intended target, just a bit wide. Atkins with another deflection on that pass. And according to his counting, he says 4th. This guy is insanely good at getting a hand on every pass that goes over his head. Because he doesn't allow him to go over his head. I mean, it's not even like he's just that tall. He barely has to put his arm up. He's 6'3". I mean, that's not insanely tall. So here's Bahari, looks to throw. He's going to dump this off to Thompson, but that's too high. Over his head and incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10. And Thompson appears to be hurt, as he goes hopping off. So 3rd and 10 here, 4:28 to go. The Gamblers with a much needed. They need a 1st down, and that is not going to happen, as that pass is knocked away and incomplete by number 39 of the Showboats defense. That is Malik Lawal, or yeah, Lawal. I think I said his name correctly. But that is incomplete, and the Gamblers are going to be forced to punt. So the punt is away. Papel at his own 30. On the return, he is weaving his way through. He's taken down at the 39. And that is where the Gamblers, the Showboats will take over. 1st and 10 with 4:12 to go. The Gamblers wasted a huge opportunity there after their defense forced a big punt. They just go quick 3 and out, though. So 4:12 to go, 1st and 10. Showboats lead this one 16-13. They got the ball at their own 40. Kelly under center. Here is the give to White. Hesitates up the middle. He is going to gain 3, maybe 4. Flag comes in. Back near the line of scrimmage. I missed what the flag was, but the flag... It was offensive holding, so it backs him up 10. Now 1st and 20, with 4:07 to go, each team with 2 timeouts remaining. So Kelly in shotgun on this 1st and long. Here he looks to throw. Gamblers only rush 3. Kelly all day to throw. Flag flies. Now he's going to dump this off to his tight end Helm. And he's going to gain about 12. Let's see what this flag is going to be. This could be a hold. It came in that area. It is another holding penalty. It is now 1st and 30 for the Showboats. The Showboats are not happy about that holding call. So 1st and 30, under 3.5 minutes to go. Dylan in motion, play clock winding down. They get the snap off. Kelly looks to throw. He's pressured, and that is incomplete. Evans was looking for Dylan underneath. That's incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd and 30 with 3:17 to go in the fourth quarter. So 2nd and 30, 3:17 to go in the game. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off. Here is the give to White running left, and he is dragged down for a loss of 2 by number 40 of the Gamblers defense, Isaiah Chambers. Makes a big stop there. And the Gamblers defense has definitely been playing a lot better in this second half, only allowing 3 points. And it is now 3rd and 32 for the Showboats, with 2:42 to go in the game. Each team with 2 timeouts to go. Again, play clock winding down. They got the snap off with 1. Kelly hit from behind. The ball is loose, and the Gamblers jump on it. The Gamblers get a huge fumble recovery, and that sets them up excellent starting field position. They take over deep inside Showboat territory after Manny Bunch, who's had a great game so far today, is a safety, came in on the safety blitz, hit Cole Kelly from his blind side, was just unblocked off the edge, and forces a huge fumble. Second turnover of the day by Kelly. First one was intercepted by Bunch, this one forced by Bunch. First and 10 for the Gamblers. They trail by 3 with 2.5 minutes to go. Mark Thompson back in the game, so apparently he's good to go after he went whipping off before. They got the ball at the 19. Bahar hands off to Thompson. Thompson is hit hard, and he's going to lose a yard. And that might bring us to the 2-minute warning. That will bring us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a close one. Showboats 16, Gamblers 13. 2 minutes to go. The Gamblers with the ball at the 20-yard line of the Showboats. And that fumble by Cole Kelly could end up being extremely costly. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break. The Showboats lead the Gamblers 16-13, but the Gamblers with the ball at the 20-yard line with 2 minutes to go. This keeps freezing. Give me a second. Okay. Now, no coach's challenge is allowed in the final 2 minutes. Why does this freeze every 10 seconds? Okay. 2nd and 11 here for Bahar and the Gamblers offense. 2 timeouts for each team. 2 minutes to go as well. So 2nd and 11, 2 minutes to go. Bahar in shotgun. Timeout called for by the Showboats. That will leave them with 1 remaining. The Gamblers still with 2 timeouts remaining. Some updated results on the poll. 62% of you guys have said the Gamblers will win. 38% have said the Showboats. Make sure to vote if you guys haven't already done so. So 2nd and 11, 2 minutes to go. Showboats up by 3. And they've now got only 1 timeout remaining after spending their 2nd one right before this play. So 2nd and 11 for the Gamblers at the 20-yard line. Bahar in shotgun. Thompson in the back line to his left. Bahar looks to throw. And that is deflected and incomplete. He's trying to find Thompson out of the backfield. That will bring up a 3rd and 11. Now remember, if field goal ties it, a touchdown gives them the lead. So they don't need a touchdown. Kenji Bahar has had so many passes deflected this game. It's actually insane. So 2nd and 10, 3rd and 11, the Showboats, the Gamblers 2 of 10 on 3rd downs is what I was trying to say. I don't know how I turned that into 2nd and 10. But 3rd and 11, play clock is winding down. They get the snap off. Bahar is going to give to Thompson on the draw. Thompson's going to pick up the 1st down. And Mark Thompson is in for a Gamblers touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown run gives the Gamblers the lead with under 2 minutes to go. Mark Thompson's 11th rushing touchdown of the season. A 20-yard run on the draw. And a huge touchdown run from Mark Thompson. It gives the Showboats the lead by 3. Now the extra point is going to be pretty big. Mark Thompson, 13 carries, 42 yards, but 2 huge touchdowns. The kick from Vogel is up and good. It is now a 4-point Gamblers lead. Their first lead since it was 3-0. And that Cole Kelly fumble could end up to be huge, as the Gamblers, they take advantage of that. And then Mark Thompson puts it in the end zone. So they now lead 20-16. The Showboats, they will get the football back. I mean, there's still a chance for them. They've got plenty of time. Minute 45-ish, minute 49 to work with with a timeout. Sorry. So yeah, the Gamblers lead this one 20-16 with a minute 49 to go. The Showboats have 1 timeout, Gamblers with 2. So minute 49 to go. Vogel's got it teed up. The dangerous Derek Dillon back deep to receive for the Showboats. Dillon will check up. Washington on the return here. He's not their usual returner. He returns it to the 36-yard line. And there's a minute 44 to go. That was... The kick bounced backwards, so... That's why Washington had to field that. But a minute 44 to go. 1st and 10 for the Showboats. They trail by 4. So Kelly in shotgun. White is the back line to his left. He's had a great game so far today, but I wouldn't expect him to run the ball in this situation. Kelly looks to throw. Protected well. Now he's hit as he throws, but he's able to find an open receiver. That's Derek Dillon. Across midfield, Dillon still on his feet. Derek Dillon is off to the races, and Derek Dillon is going to answer right away. It is a one-play touchdown for the Showboats. A huge touchdown. And they retake the lead. It is now 22-20. Wow. That was insanely fast. A huge touchdown pass to Derek Dillon. So dangerous with the ball in his hands. With a 109-yard return touchdown last week. Now I don't know, how long is this one? Probably about 70-yard catch and run this week. A huge touchdown for the Showboats. Derek Dillon is good for one big play a game. He's up to 2 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown so far today. And the extra point drifts, and it is good. So it is back to a field goal game. The Showboats continue to lead by 3, or now regain the lead by 3. And now with a minute 32 to go, the Gamblers find themselves trailing again. They've trailed for like the majority of this game. So a minute 32 to go. The Gamblers now get the football back, this time trailing. I can't imagine this is a situation they had thought of when they saw they got the lead with 1:49 to go. That 15 seconds later, they'd be getting the football back, now trailing by 3. Again. Isaiah Zuber back deep to receive this. A minute 32 and 2 timeouts to work with for the Gamblers. The kick is away. Zuber fields this at his own 9. On the return, Zuber weaves his way through, makes a cut, and Zuber taken down at the 36, maybe 37. And that is where the Gamblers will take over. They trail 23-20. Kenji Bahar so far today, 16 of 32, only completed half his passes for 196 yards and a touchdown. And an interception. Exciting finish. Yeah, very exciting finish. From a game that has been really boring for like the first 55 minutes, or maybe a little less. For the first like 50 minutes, it's been very exciting for these final 10 minutes. So a minute 25 and 2 timeouts to work with for Bahar and the Gamblers at their own 37. Low snap, Bahar able to collect it. He's going to find Thompson underneath. Thompson will gain 7. Now remember, the clock does temporarily stop until the ball is spotted on first downs, but that was not a first down. So here's a 2nd and 3 with 1:05 to go. Bahar in shotgun. He looks to throw, steps up in the pocket, got all day to throw. Now he's going to roll out to his left. Now Bahar going to take off and run. and get out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 53 seconds to go. And a smart decision there to preserve the timeout. So now 53 seconds to go. Showboats with 1 timeout to work with. Gamblers with 2. Here's a 1st and 10 at their own 48. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off. Bahar looks to throw. He's pressured. That pass is tipped. And why would an offensive lineman try to catch that? I don't know why the offensive lineman tried to catch that. Because, I mean, what is an offensive lineman possibly going to do with the ball? Run 2 feet before they get taken down or fumble the ball? But another pass deflected. Bahar's had so many deflected, that's why he's probably only completed half his passes. John Atkins has now deflected 5 passes today. He's also got 2 sacks and a tackle for loss. Play clock winding down. They just got the snap off. Bahar gonna go deep down the field. That is way overthrown and incomplete. It is now 3rd and 10 with 42 seconds to go. They still have 2 timeouts. Showboats with 1. Alright, so 42 seconds to go. Showboats lead this one 23-20. Here's a 3rd and 10. It's a big 3rd down for the Gamblers, because you don't necessarily need to get all this right now. Obviously, you've got 2 downs to do it, because you're not settling for anything right now. Play clock was at 0 for a while. Bahar hit as he throws. Wow! Hit as he throws, completes it to T.O. Redding for 13, and a 1st down. 34 seconds to go. The clock temporarily stops. And now, I think they just spent their 2nd timeout. No, instead we got a injured Showboat on the field. That is number 95. Might be a cramp if they're trying to stretch him out. Hopefully he's okay. That is Jordan Williams from Virginia Tech. So 34 seconds to go. Now the Showboats now out of timeouts after the injury timeout. Gamblers still with 2 timeouts to work with. So 34 seconds to go. 1st and 10 here for the Gamblers. Trailing by 3. They've got the football at the Showboats' 39-yard line. It's not quite field goal range yet, but getting close to the borderline area. Bahar in shotgun. Here he looks to throw. He's pressured. Rolls out to his right. Bahar on the run is just going to throw this one away. And now there is 28 seconds to go. Good decision there not to take a sack, because you cannot take a sack. Alright, 2nd and 10 here. 28 seconds to go. They gotta get out of the huddle sooner. Play clock's at 0 nearly every time. Bahar is gonna get sacked. Timeout. Alright, there's the timeout. 21 seconds to go. Bahar takes a sack. That is what you could not do. I mean, you could you had because you had timeouts, but I mean, that is not what you wanted right there. He lost the ball as well, but he was able to get that back, which is obviously a game saver. But 3rd and 17, 22 seconds to go. Now you cannot take a sack here on 3rd and 17. The Gamblers now with 1 timeout remaining. They're only 4 of 12 on 3rd down so far today. They averaged 13.5 yards to go. This one in that range. It's 3rd and 17, so another third and very long. So 3rd and 17, 22 seconds to go. Showboats out of timeouts, Gamblers with 1. You need to get this inside the 35 for Nick Vogel to have a chance. And this froze. Hold on 1 second. Alright, it was incomplete. 4th and 17. As Reading was unable to haul that one in. So 4th and 17, they've got to go for it here because they weren't able to pick up any yardage on that one. So 4th and 17, 18 seconds to go. Time really isn't a factor right now because you just need to pick up this 4th down. Play clock winding down. They're at 2, 1, it's at 0. Timeout called. Final timeout. They've got to get to the line sooner. Almost every play, they're snapping the ball with 1 second on the play clock, if that. Half their plays, I'm convinced, have been with 0 seconds. So, timeout with 18 seconds to go. Now, neither team has timeouts remaining. Fourth and 17. Gamblers must convert. Fourth and 17, Bahar in shotgun. Here he looks to throw. Gonna go deep down the field. That is intercepted. And the Showboats will hang on for the win. A chaotic final 2 minutes with the Showboats with a fumble, giving up the lead, then regaining it on a 70-plus yard touchdown. But they will hold on for the win as they intercept Kenji Bahar on 4th and 17. And now all they have to do is take a knee. As there's 11 seconds left, the Gamblers with no way to stop the clock. Well, that might be incomplete, not really sure, not like it really matters. Incomplete, intercepted. It doesn't really matter which it is. It is ruled an interception. Now each team with 2 turnovers. They take a knee, and the Memphis Showboats have won their 4th straight game after their 0-3 start. They snapped the Gamblers' 4-game winning streak. Now each team 4-3. And now there is a 3-way tie with teams of 4-3 in the South Division after the Stallions lead at 5-2. Then the Breakers, Gamblers, and Showboats all at 4-3. Let me see how the standings look at the moment. I don't know what the tiebreakers are. standings. Has not updated yet. Some tell you what happened with the last touchdown the Showboats had. So essentially what happened there was, it was a 73-yard or 70, I think it was 73. I'll check the exact yardage. It was a 64-yard, sorry. It was a 64-yard catch and run to Derek Dillon, who ran about a 15 to 20-yard out route. And then he made several guys miss, broke a few tackles as well. And then, obviously, no one's going to catch him with his speed. So that's how they scored and took the lead for good. But the Showboats hang on for the 23-20 win. The Showboats won 23-20. But, let me see if the standings have updated yet. No, still not yet. Alright, but that is going to do it for today's stream, everybody. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like this stream, subscribe, turn on notifications to know about other upcoming streams or any other upcoming videos. Is there a donate button here? There is not. I've got to be at 1,000 subscribers for that, and I'm not quite there yet. Michigan, New Jersey next. Yeah, that they're currently playing now, but I'm not streaming that game because I've got to go eat dinner. Usually I try to stream 1, maybe 2 games a week. Currently the Generals lead that one 3-0. You subbed? Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate that. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's stream, everybody. Thank you guys for joining me. Make sure to like this stream, subscribe, turn on notifications to show other upcoming streams or any other upcoming videos. I do my best to post as often as possible, and I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you all have a great rest of your day or night, and I will see you in the next one.